Steve, let me ask you first of all, what the hell is going on with your eye? Let me see that eye.
It's getting better.
When you saw him, Grant, leave the floor, and you think about your chances in the playoffs are so short, and now you see him go into the locker room with one eye closed. What went through your mind?
Well, I was thinking back, I guess, 3 years ago, watching on television the Suns and Spurs game 1 and Steve getting cut on the nose and not being able to get back in the game. And especially when San Antonio went on that 11-0 run when Steve went out the other day in game 4. So I was certainly a little worried. And I kept saying, what's taking him so long, But thankfully he did come back and played great.
In Canada, is that eye a red badge of courage?
This is nothing.
You're a hockey guy.
This is nothing in Canada. When hockey's the #1 sport, you have no right to ask for any sympathy or anything if you got a little bruisey eye. So, I didn't have a choice. My friends would have really turned their backs on basketball if I'd have stayed in that locker room.
So I knew you Canadians were crazy from looking at that eye. And
Maybe you should play with a patch. You played pretty good with one eye.
Lucky.
When they finish talking about your health, they talk about your age, Josh.
You're better off talking about your health, but I've embraced the age thing too now. My name is 37-year-old Grant Hill, and he's 36-year-old Steve Nash. That's our full name.
Grant, you've overcome a lot medically. It's got to have a special significance to you guys in terms of how well you've done.
I wasn't sure if I'd ever get back to being able to play and being dependable, being someone that my teammates can rely on. It's about what I can or can't do on the court. And so to be somebody who my teammates can rely on, it makes it good. I mean, all the stuff that I went through, my reward now is I get to guard Kobe. Thanks.
Why are we laughing, Steve?
I look at it as an honor. I mean, you know what? The fact that, the powers that be, Alvin, my teammates say, hey, we trust you enough to try and go out there and do a good job.
That's because they don't have to guard him. They put it on you.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
How do you approach guarding Kobe?
Well, I think with Kobe, you have to compete. You have to compete every possession. You have to try to make things difficult, try to take him out of his comfort zone. And one of the big things, you can't get discouraged. He's going to make plays. Just like if somebody's guarding Steve, he's going to make plays.
Right.
And, it's not easy. Do you have any suggestions? You got any ideas?
Pray.
Okay, I'll take that in mind.
Let me ask you about the pace that you guys play at. Most of the time, when you hear people talk about Phoenix Suns, you hear pace, that they're going to run up and down the floor, they're going to shoot the basketball. Please share with me what the offensive philosophy is of his team.
Well, I think people, many times are mistaken this team for the team of the past, where we used to shoot really early. We used to get a lot of fast break points. That's not really the case anymore. We want to get on transition when we can. We don't score as many fast break points as we used to. But in the half court, we still want to keep a movement and tempo to our game that is similar to, the style that we played in the past. So we're not really the same as we used to be, but there is definitely, a speed and movement and rhythm and timing to our offense that is really important and what makes us difficult to defend.
Do you guys ever get in each other's way with this leadership? I always thought that co-captains were like dance partners. Sometimes you lead and sometimes you follow, but you got to know when to lead and when to follow. But how does that work? You have great respect for one another, obviously. How does that work out?
Well, I think the great thing about our team is, for us to lead, you have to have guys who are willing to be led, and we have a lot of character. Sometimes you have teams with characters, and we have young guys that have character.
To be playing so many games late in your career and have a lot of responsibility for your team, it's a lot. It's not as easy as it was when you're 25, 26. So to have somebody like this who's intelligent, who's obviously a great player, still more athletic than most guys in the league, He's able to share so much wisdom with the young guys. He's able to make it fun for me all the time. So, in one respect, it's just such a gift for me to get to play with him.
What is the significance of an NBA championship to you guys?
Wow. Obviously this is the closest that I've been, and we're playing to win. We're playing to beat the Lakers and hopefully advance. For me personally, just being here, being healthy, and being relied upon, and people not talking about my health but talking about my game. That's more gratifying than All-Star games, championships, Hall of Fame, all that other stuff.
I want to win, and I want to win this year. We got a great opportunity. This year's the only opportunity, and that's the way I look at it. So it doesn't make or break me or our team as people, but we're in it to win the thing, and that's what we're going to try to do.